more recently. So I'm back up on that one. We'll see if they can get their gameplay online now that Rare Adam aren't poking holes in it. You know, Rare Adam ready to get into the fights as fast as possible here in the pistol. It's the first two for Furia. And a couple USP taps from Fallen. He will collect the man advantage right back. Not to mention damage done here for Flawless. Ooh, clean one on Flit. So let's see the clutch from the emotional leader.
You know, holistically speaking, in terms of who should be better. But then if Furia have the veto edge, well, maybe that makes this specific matchup a little different.
Ooh. Curious timing here. Looks like the bomb plant will be guaranteed. Flawless could have damn well gotten clipped on the cross through storage door. Now off-site back to the storage play. He was already wary of somebody being in here, but the Skulls reposition, yeah, that'll definitely catch you off guard. Plays it patiently, Skulls, gives up the bomb plant, so be it. It's a Furia CT pistol. Down to 25 seconds here. Yeah, taking their sweet time with it. It's a bunch of flashbangs for VP to try to make this site hold uncomfortable. 15 seconds. Bomb still over towards Long's gonna have to sprint. They just mollied themselves. They mollied the bomb away from the site. They've got to try to charge through it. That's gonna soften them up. The camera hold, I mean, a calamity.
Yeah, that's not.
They mollied themselves.
They mollied themselves on A main. I mean, I was just about to say the real big issue that you see when teams exec past 15 seconds, literally the clock turns red.
Fallen not moving a muscle just yet, down to 30 on the clock. Missed 2 shots despite them being tough ones.
You know, it's Virtus.pro, never move.
Quesarado's got a flash in front as well for Fallen. 20 on the clock, Cello, Yuri, easy hold on the opposite side. Missed shot from Fallen could be the disaster, but the flash from Quesarado sets himself up. And time's gonna fizzle out here for VP. 4th round for Furia. Easy.
Excellent from Fallen this round, because he's the one to get so much information that they don't have anybody coming back to even check on mid.
We saw that 35-second fake into the B site last round. Now the Galil of Flit here on E-Box.
Dangerous for Furia.
Yeah, nades in hand. Here we go. That's what they're looking for. The pounce that works out of the gate. Now Cello able to hold back some map control, but smoked off. Virtus.pro, this is what they were looking for.
I mean, it's just like, you can't just never peek. You know, I mean, even if they have good spots, each player, you see what happens when one guy gets out of one choke point, then it's just, they both die.
Ooh, miss nade, that's not ideal. Allows Electronic to hang on to the position here with an upgraded gun in hand. Flashes find their targets, but because of the smoke spam, Quesarado's not able to peek while Fame was blind. That's what they were looking for. So good coverage from the guy who is just taking chances back on long. And Electronic's gonna try to chase him down for costs, but VP's first round win comes at a 35-second exec with 2 Galils in play.
A couple moments there were Flit's thinking, okay, well, I mean, if he's not gonna, no one's gonna peek me here, I'm just gonna exec, I've got teammates coming out. 28 seconds is like 3 hours for Virtus.pro, so they can definitely try something, but like, wait a second, like, their bomb has stayed back.
15 seconds again, you're gonna send
so
players
late.
in. Fallen drops to the fire. Missed second chance.
The bomb
site's open. They're going to try to put that bomb down on B, and they slide up with just enough time. Virtus.pro, you're playing with fire.
This is what Furia were worried about the whole time, but it can still work. It can still work. Show us how.
And Electronic has gone so deep into Temple. You better hold on to this post plant. CTs get out positioned, but he offers a way back into Temple at least. Flit awaits the follow through.
One more shot gets hit there from Fallen, and here's where, okay, like he's missing a few shots. He at least gets his first, but if he gets a second, they don't see a bomb, then maybe there's a chance the B-side players don't move.
And come back in a minute when Virtus.pro hit in the last 10 seconds of the round.
Don't miss last 10 seconds.
No.
Those are going to be crazy.
And they're always going to come tight down to the wire. We get this reposition here from Fallen trying to get ahead of the B execute where the bomb is inbound. Do they want to go and interrupt this? Fallen's going to set it up. A double push outside of the B side. If that bomb gets dropped, Virtus.pro, you play with fire, you might get burned. And Furia step forth into that 2-player long setup. Now everything's got to be reclaimed by E-Box. You've got 15 seconds. You can't win this round. You don't have the time to go grab bomb and come back, and especially now with fire on the long side. So good read by Fallen and a good execution by the 2 Furia players that push out.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's just as they're setting up their utility outside, they catch the perfect timing, and Furia just doing an excellent job so far. 5-2 here on the CT side.
VP just sat outside, clumped early with strong numbers. Does not look like they have a backup plan, so into A main they'll go, and they get the reaction in utility. Frag could have been worse if not getting caught on the ledge. Oh, last bullet sprayed out by Cello, connects to the headshot. Fame sends some back the other direction, and Electronic's gonna lose all of his health to K-Serato as well. Another nade that's got an awkward bounce.
That's weird though. That one looks like he got a little unlucky off clipping.
They've been sat outside of this site all in since the start, VP. No information. They're gonna send Fame in to see what's on A. 20 seconds. Smoke and a couple flashes, but bomb's gonna be a bit later, and we get that mid-split coming down, but camera was smoked off by choice. T's smoked off camera. 7 seconds, there's your swing. Cool.
Very cool.
Bro.
All right, nice try. This could have saved.
At what point do you, yeah, right? You just call that off. Like you have no information on the flank.
Yeah.
K-Serato gonna come clear this corner by the looks of it. Fame welcomes the challenge. Fame just wants to get the party started, so opening kill. VP've got blood in the water. Bomb doubles back. And Yuri, ooh, finds timing. Doesn't commit to the second. Skull's able to dodge Electronic, whose Tech 9 wasn't gonna stop that cross back to the obelisk. And Cello's gonna keep the pressure up, whether that's to flank over towards B or drop down maybe, but right now, Electronic, ooh, nice smoke spam by Flawless. That's gonna open up Cello to go for the swing. Flawless gets a third! Oh. Okay, unleashed on this B bomb site through smoke. He catches two, and now it's Fallen on the wrong half of the map. Bomb doubles back to the A site, taken over at 10 seconds, and VP have outpositioned Furia yet again.
Yeah, completely. I mean, this helps a ton that Flawless makes a play like that.
And a heroic moat from Flawless.
At least Furia know what they're up against. I mean, like, they're playing the way you kind of have to, in some sense. Ooh, but the late death. Fallen loses that up. They've still got.
So feels right on Fallen to still just kind of skip the step.
Yeah, seriously. He put this round on fast forward in his head.
Yep. And last time they were able to put Virtus.pro on ice with this hold because after Fallen missed his shot, K-Serato flashed himself in for his own double kill. Could be the same thing, or maybe even better. Defense holds strong, confirming more presence out here. K-Serato's actually the one that gets stuffed. Triple here from Fame.
Oh, he got two in the back first.
Kills K-Serato. Cello follows up on the Opper. Bomb is outside of the site, and that is it.
God. Are you serious?
Come on, man.
Can't watch this.
You're paid to.
What a joke.
And Virtus.pro lose round 10 because of it.
Poor Fame. Puts on that highlight.
Kill.
Yeah.
That was a...
I was almost poor Fallen after he literally read that round from before it began.
Here we go. Activity here from Furia out of the gate. Letting Cello get off the leash a little bit. He'll fall back through smoke. Man advantage enough for Furia by the looks of it, but we'll see if Flit can recover as he tries to catch timing on the peek out of Skulls. Utility keeps Skulls out of the fight. If Flit wants to take a deeper angle, now's the time. Smoke denies him that opportunity, so back to the waiting game goes Virtus.pro.
Now there's a bit more pressure to move a bit faster for Virtus.pro because they don't get the 5v5 late into the round.
Good flash.
Nice move out of Yuri, man. A lot of confidence that, and they keep the numbers lower and lower here. But Icy, at least with that refrag.
Gonna try to test a Fallen.
Oh, flash does nothing. Goes behind, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was that close.
K-Serato tries to drop a bit more util. Scrambled defense coming over. Is there a commitment behind this? K-Serato uncomfortable and popped by Electronic. Here's the follow-through util. VP, plenty of time by their standards to guarantee this plant.
Yeah, Furia did just do a little bit too much right there. After the Yuri push, they pushed Virtus.pro back into A. Then Fallen went to fight them with the flash. I mean, there was a flash with it, but it just didn't account for Virtus.pro making a move.
Time has expired on 4 of these 7.
The clock comes for us all.
There we go. Easy op shot for Icy. And now Yuri going to be feeling real desperate, but bomb is all the way in T-spawn. So somebody's going to have to go back and grab that. Luckily for them, site's completely clear. Go get that thing. And that's opened the door for Furia to rotate over. They should not be able to interrupt this, but there's a bit of a gap on that smoke. Now bomb's been spotted for the plant, covered wide by Fame, and so many bodies here on site for Virtus.pro that this one is convincing. Maybe goes a little too easily for their expectations. That's why that bomb's still all the way back.
Yeah, I mean, they were still just in a full default waiting.
Yep.
That opportunity was golden, though. So Virtus.pro end the half on a great note. I think this still far exceeds the normal CT sides out of Furia, and they'll be looking forward to the second half.
No challenge on the flank from the Virtus.pro camp. Icy at bat, missed a couple first shots. There we go. Finally it connects. Quesarado the first victim. There's the return frag from Cello to try to keep the execute coming through. You don't want to make a waste of the utility. CT's a little bit nervous about middle because they had no information on the middle of the map throughout this pistol. Skulls, he knows something's up. Him and Electronic touching tips inside that smoke, and oh my god!
How did that miss? That looked dead on from Electronic. I would have been pissed too. What just happened?
They're not wrong about it. Going for the B, A-stack, seeing nothing, and now trying to scramble over to B in time. We could very well get this 5v5 on site. Smoke goes down in front of the long players. Bomb's going to be coming in from E-Box.
Ooh, that molly.
In the majority pack. Fallen tries to charge through. That's bomb down. Just offered into the site. Jail angle. Valuable here for Cello. He doesn't need to see them. Peels apart too. And the defense crumbles here for Virtus.pro. Things get a little awkward. Health bars low for Furia.
It's extremely well done from Cello, and that's another example of like once you get out to jail.
Bit more adventurous this time, Virtus.pro. Fame on A main, playing counter flash. Flit, does he get away with this? Yes, sir, he does. And Yuri puts his head on a silver platter. They didn't see that one coming. We got first blood to VP's favor and some strong map control to come with it. He'll jump nades over towards long. That keeps the attack at bay. And a follow-up wave of utility coming at E-Box from Quesarado down in Canal. Ooh, he's gonna try to challenge through, and he gets the better of Flit for that. Molotov with Electronic's name on it.
Yeah, that one's key. They don't throw it just yet.
No, Skulls holds off for the time being, waiting a little bit longer. Fame actually kills Quesarado because the A flank comes out from VP.
Do they have a smoke back there?
Ooh, no.
Oh, and Skulls doesn't throw his molly.
Ouch. Yeah, they decide not to jump on that timing, but within that window of timing, Virtus.pro actually attacked from behind and really cut off one end of this execution. Fallen's just going to find the raw duel. Eventually that fire finds its place and Electronic still able to kill from within it. One more tick. Oh, the fire spreads to Fame. Electronic has 2 health. If not for that, it's a 1v1 on site.
Yeah, he had 2 health as he jumped out of the molly, and he would have actually had that 1v1. So this should serve as a little bit of a fake here, I think, for the T side. Let's see if Fallen can get it organized.
Fame still floating around, wary of the stairs, but gets away from it. Able to get back to the bomb site. That's going to bolster the A defense, but again, be the intended target at 25 seconds.
He is actually a little weak. They have this one fight
crossfire,
coming up for Flit.
Oh, strong crossfire from the defense with that CT layer added. Flit will just shut down the mid play entirely. Flamis doubles back to site. We get Skulls trying to commit with the bomb cross. Doesn't happen. CT still able to position correctly. And now bomb's got to get picked up, but it's out in the open. They line up in front of Serato. He does not have time for the plant. Clock expires. Another clock-deciding round win, this time to VP's favor.
Yeah, at least that crossfire made it, you know, it was a forced situation. So that was a great crossfire to have that late into the round.
We saw that potential Molotov to burn out the platform a couple rounds ago. The execute that never really came through. Now pressure's on. Flit uncomfortable, but he finds the angle to hold back Skulls on main. And now Flit back's turned to him. Nice double kill from him. Flawless has got his one. Extends into jail. Two defenders doubling down, and now the third piece, who has kept himself tucked in, waits an extra second. That gets Fallen off the bomb plant, but very quickly swept away alongside his comrades.
Love that from Flit, man.
It is Virtus.pro banking on the triple B defense, with the first two defenders getting 2 kills apiece.
Virtus.pro are good in these passive setups. I like their spots right now, but so much comes down to Fame. 19 bullets.
And then Icy behind him, holding towards camera instead. Serato gets his. Icy missed shot. Pressure in from both sides. He'll deal with it. Electronic thrusts himself down to the fight. And there are the connections from Icy.
That's beautiful. I mean, everything was really great from the precisions. Even though Fame dies, you see that he can be so well supported from his two teammates.
A real soldier.
Looks like Yuri wanted it.
A man who always needs purpose. Burned forward, missed op shot from Fallen, but the cover!
That is so well covered. My goodness.
They know Fallen's close.
Situation.
Awkward for an opper under pressure from the util.
Oh, he just
quick
runs
scope
at him.
Double from Electronic. I mean, throws caution to the wind, but then they get caught themselves. Potentially Skulls' first 2 kills of the second half. And all of a sudden that B site opened up because of it.
Yeah, and he knows Icy's coming in from behind. Icy can swap out to any gun he wants. It is Skulls. If he walks back into E-box, there is a non-zero
smoke as well, right? This is a do or die 1v3 from Skulls. And he'll close it.
Wow.
They catch Furia off guard by just pummeling through the E-box, but what goes around comes around. Skulls steps up.
Yep.
Temple players double back. There could be a lot of friction here in the middle of the map for Furia to have to handle. They're gonna go ahead and smoke off Temple. Flashing camera, Electronic right here. And Fame right here with him. Because there's no follow through towards long, Fame's able to disengage. Nobody attacks him from the back line. 2v4 now. They piece together the 1v3, all thanks to Skulls. The only thing to stop these gun rounds of the CT side, and this one ended. Oh, crushing defeat on Anubis for Furia. All things look so good until that streak of 7 rounds comes through from VP. And they do it their way.
Maybe Shadow Daggers. What the fuck is this? Nah, man. Yes, sir. That's my style.
Climb up's gonna get spotted, but Cello thinking he could keep his head tucked down, shrouded in the smoke. Wrong. Flit on the doors, blind, finds a second frag, so that's lady luck.
That's magic, but the bomb's out there. They gotta go grab that right now.
Luckily, no other players from Virtus.pro to stop that from happening, so they'll double up on top of it. Drop a smoke onto the CT cross and decide to head back into the tunnels, but this is gonna be where Fame actually activates, at least a little closer.
Problem is throwing a fake against Virtus.pro, man. They're ready for anything like that. Let's see. Fame's got this interesting angle.
Icy's behind him. Beretta's ready to rip. Skull's quick headshot. USP connects back from Icy. How much more does he want to gamble? Because the support is still long off. Serato opens up that bomb site for the plant. And we're going to go 2 versus 2 here in the first pistol of map 2.
It looks like they don't know that both are here. What? Electronic looked like he was looking at long for a second.
But I mean, they
should know now, yeah.
Maybe just looking Flawless in the eyes before they have to push the retake. Flash is going to go in. Both players by window side. One up, one down. Caserado pushes out around it. Yuri shaves the first player off, and it's a Caserado headshot to close out. So Furia win another pistol. 3 for 3 on the series.
They do that, what was that? Would have that been a 2v4? These two were going head-to-head to try to prove who was the better breakout unit back then. Teams have changed quite heavily since. Right now, only Yuri and Caserado remain from that original lineup. And there are 0 players besides Flit. Was Flit even on the lineup in 2018?
That's a stretch, brother. Little pop-up here from Flit gets denied by Fallen's Mac 10. This is a 3v5 being pieced back together by Furia.
Oh.
Icy's got other ideas. Killer Scout headshot. Fallen doing all of the work thus far. 3 kills to his name, 2 still to go. Skull's able to get his hands busy on this A split. Locks off the cat retake, and that's going to force Virtus.pro to go doubling up on long. So obviously all of this heard. Furia going to go for the bomb plant cat side, or never mind. He opts not to, just because you start to hear the stomping of FaZe back towards middle. So
I like the CT retakes, to be honest, but and with the bomb planted where it is, I mean, how far away can they get from it? Back single, man.
ouch.
Wait a second, this is not planted for them.
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, Fallen
Or are they
decided...
playing towards cat?
I don't know. With both the CTs going towards long, that's when it looked like he was going to plant for catwalk, but then FaZe went back through middle. Skulls calls that, and that's enough to scare Fallen into this plant instead. Let Skulls take contact once smoke fades, and you just try to play the bomb, but
Yes.
mistakes were made, we'll say. And the things that they were saving from the round prior end up paying off. VP, that 3v5 near recovery from Furia is denied. And we go 5 versus 4 here in the 4th. Add it to the pile of zany moments in this head-to-head.
Yeah, with the bomb and the time. It's funny because, like, oh, okay. Just got to pray it doesn't spread anymore, but he's good.
He's got support as well. Fallen and Cello joining up with Skulls. Electronic's going to dump his utility, throwing his life into the corner. Committed. Fame. Fast reaction on the op kill. Pops back up for the second. Fallen
Keeps peeking.
not looking back at this. Scopes on him now. Fame will damn well know it, so he keeps his head down, drops the smoke, and the frag grenade negligible.
Could do a lot, but it looks like it's going towards cat. Timing's no good either.
Down to 30 seconds. Furia,
The
2
Fame.
players outside door with bomb. They're just going to try to walk op in. Fame gets tagged through the door. Another player here for VP, lucky to be alive. Electronic waiting for some kind of tunnels play. Oh, and the cover is great from Fallen. 2v2 in sight. All the 2
Yes.
players they need.
It was the slight discomfort with opping late into that situation.
Yes,
Fame
sir.
sitting on default, scoped in, hoping to be able to get a shot off. And
See if the flash will do any better for Electronic if he wants to get into this fight. All of Furia here on Catwalk. Sitting ducks, dude. Why isn't the guy who's not blind peek the corner?
I have no idea. I mean, it might be because they didn't know anyone was even peeking.
Sure.
There was no shots.
Yeah. But, you know, maybe just in case. Still, smokes come down in front of it. We're going to go 15 seconds here, Furia. And they are sitting inside smokes until 10. Finally starting to emerge out of it. Electronic's going to look to attack them while they're distracted from the players on site. 7 seconds, bomb not planted. This one looking to fizzle out. All Fame's got to do is live, so don't peek. And he will lock into CT spawn to get Virtus.pro's second on the board.
When did Furia become one of the most slow-playing teams in Counter-Strike? And now we got the 2, like, Furia of all teams. It's so crazy.
That's insane. Decoy op and a real op with it.
That was my Mitch Hedberg moment for the night.
To hell with purple people. Rice is great when you are hungry and want 1 million of something. And Icy wants 1 million kills, but there's only 4 more to come at him if they all trudge through that doorway.
Oh, they wanted that trade bad, but the counter util's too hard to deny. They're gonna have to sit behind it. Oh, and Electronic scoots by this op too. they establish fully here on the mid door. And that's just been key because, again, when Furia get out mid, they've made these mid Bs really difficult. Fame's having a good game, and they've still simultaneously made it a nightmare for him. We're not going to have those deep cat grenades this time around.
Nor will we have Electronic pressing his face into them, but Skulls, nice kill. That's an instant headshot on Fame. He put that fire down. He knew what he was inviting.
Yeah, this might be a Poison Chalice stuff. They get this kill, they want to go out mid B, and Electronic still close door. It still feels like Cat is the right option, but now they get smoked out of that. Now it's a fake mid B. This is definitely looking like a good play here from Furia.
Flit leans back. Cello on the edge of smoke gets spotted. Still able to get the headshot, though. Looked like that was going to be a disaster. Instead, his first kill at 8 HP.
Okay, now we got to see about those post plants. So we have had a misstep from Furia here or there.
Cello takes over the op. We've still got this lurk from Skulls out middle.
Oh, they're not even going to try it.
Nah, looks like they're going to let it fizzle out. So Virtus.pro banking on Flit getting that kill, and it looked like he was going to.
Also, Cello's first frag.
Yes, sir. I'm not sure. But I liked it.
He just missed that. Yeah. CTs can't always get there first.
Trying to go off the spawn, but Flawless slides out.
Flawless being his very rambunctious self. We'll draw some util out here, but he's not actually committing, and Flit catches that.
Yeah, there you go. Back to failing ways. Cello, that one kill in the last round may have won the round this time. Empty-handed in middle.
Oh,
Icy
Skulls.
opens up that smoke, and Yuri's able to get the kill back to Flit on mid. So the mid kill's going well here for Furia.
Everybody pushing everything.
All at once. Electronic keeps that timing up. Icy just turns at the worst possible moment. Missed op shot out of Fallen, who is carrying the bomb and spotted, now desperately running up the catwalk. We're going to get Flawless just sprinting into the cover of ramp. Didn't waste a second. That's a great way to dodge the threat of this double cat extension. Fallen trying to get that op into play somehow, some way. Drops into spawn, a madman trying to make something happen here, but blindsided. Wide swing up from Flawless. VP keep majority alive as they take their lead right back.
I guess that could have been cool as hell.
And as smoke fades, now we're going to get this angle taken up by Electronic. Plenty of fights to be had here. Fallen, come on. You can't be jumping into that line with a knife out. Luckily, he's got teammates to save him. But that's a crazy decision that he almost gets punished for. We get this solo defense on B in the form of Fame. Flit just drops it.
How'd that happen?
And now Fame's gonna feel a little sketched out by this split pressure coming at him. CT spawn trying to be held onto. Fame's gonna have to go above and beyond. And above the box goes Skulls to clear him. Quesarado locked out here in the mid corner, able to hold back that CT attempt. And so Furia managed to get away with it. Fully blind the no-scope. No way. There's the response back from Fallen. Lucky to be alive. Lucky that Cello saves him. He'll have to get by Flawless at some point, though. MP9 in hand, pressed against the door. He just has not seen a lot of action. He's been the most inactive player of the map so far. Given a great chance here at the end. Cello gets dinked up, but still soldiers on. Icy finds it through the smoke. And the pressure continues forward with Electronic keeping his head down. We get this cross over to the pit. That's Yuri with the AK in pit while Fallen locks in Icy. And they'll use util to reveal Electronic's hand. They know all about him now. Slow on the approach here. Cello, low health. Okay, looked for a second like he was gonna get caught out. 5-7 bests the Opper. That's a big gun for Fame to pick up, but pelted by util on the attempt. And knowing that this was the all-in buy for VP, you'd think try to save the op for the last one. Unfortunately, Fame just can't extend far enough out to find it. If he's lucky, he'll kill this low-health Cello and take the AK as a consolation prize. But that gets tracked. Cello with the multi-frag, 3 kills, more in this round than the entire half for him. If Electronic lets him get close enough on that wall, Icy's gonna flash him around it. But the pack does seem separated enough. Cello, tip of the spear, crossing ramp already. Flashes come through, covers great. Well done by Cello to remain ahead of it. Reacts in turning around. And the lesser guns of VP in the final round of the half looking to fizzle out. Fame, the last lifeline at stopping it on the ramp. Cello doing everything at the moment. And that trajectory of the util lets him know there's more where that first wave came from. There's the close, folks, queued up by a Furia 7-round T-side.
They had to work to get back into that half, and Cello especially bounced back from the bottom of the board to damn near tying the top. Just got to manage things properly. Here comes the B attack, and Cello's going to see a lot.
Skulls looks to turn to help him. Bomb in the front finds the entry. Berettas take their time, but out comes the tunnels push, and you've got Electronic to lock in the rotate. They charge past him, and Icy's helping out from sight.
Excellent.
Clean P250 executions out the window, and Virtus.pro wastes no time picking up this second pistol round. And that will be their first pistol round of the series.
Yeah, I mean, Furia were definitely always my favorite team. I guess something about us, too, where we're just like, you know, we casted some of the We Play guys, or we casted the Furia DreamHack Open as they were getting together and getting good. And,
yeah.
You know, but...
Wait, are you saying we're getting old?
Yeah, we're getting old, too.
What?
Somehow that was a shoulder peak.
I don't know.
Only Virtus.pro shoulder peak suicide at a minute 40.
Yeah, right. And they are very much clumped up for the cat play. There's a clean one from Cello.
What was that?
Don't know if that was just over the top of the smoke or...
Wanted to take a peek.
You know, sometimes you just carve a path.
Uh-oh, this is late. Quesarado, oh, he didn't hear this till really late.
Dropping the smoke in front of him. Incendiary to the boxes. Gun finally out. He's got a fire down beneath him. Bomb, though, is the last man in. So now all of Virtus.pro are going to have to somehow go back, grab Bomb, and then get onto the site. And that's not going to happen. If Bomb is on anybody else, they could have at the very least planted. Maybe then somebody gets crazy. Fame, Galil at this distance, nothing. And it's 5 health bars at half for Furia. Third time's the charm by the looks of it. Skulls working with an incendiary to maybe block off the other end. Frag grenade to open that smoke. Cello sits behind Car. Spray gets away from him. Trade good from Fame. And then Flit able to just lock in on the mid play where all of Furia remains. So down to the wire, but calculated. And with a Molotov on their feet, Flit just
he got by.
Smoke. Didn't see Yuri.
Him. No way he got away with that.
I mean, the fact he just used that utility means Yuri's going to be sat there looking at these smokes because you'd think he's somewhere in there. But I guess they believe he's peeled back. They think maybe he's still close doors. You can see Quesarado trying to clear that out.
They're just not going for it.
Not just Flit's unknown presence.
That's crazy. Lucky for Flit, man. That I mean, there's been luck going both ways, so I'm not going to say he didn't deserve it, but wow.
And Skulls is low HP because of that op shot through the doors at the start of the round. Utility here on the A site to try to keep them allocated.
Saw that double nade.
Flamas gets out, but the smoke on CT box fades.
Quesarado's actually got one more nade here.
He's trying to keep them on the other side of the doors. He's hoping that they're not this far out, and Electronic even picking it up while blind. Low health here for Skulls. Electronic's just gonna get the better of him. No defense offered up on B at all until Cello gets in with his, but it's short-lived. Flamas, quick return frag, and again, they just squeeze it for what it's worth, leaving 2 players bottom middle, not even needed.
Wow. Oh. Damn, that's a perfect tactic to close the round, too. No saves this time.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Could have been a retake last time. 5 dead this one.
Curious to see if Cello gets unleashed again. Tunnels play looked a little awkward for Virtus.pro, but because he just didn't have the better weaponry.
Oh, Icy's that guy right now.
Ready for the fallen peak. Lays him out. And this B defense, I mean, it has just been bullied from the get-go of this T side, whether it's the wall bangs that Icy's been able to land through doors or...
And every round Furia refused to play. They end up just taking this play.
Yeah, he just gives his utility to Flit, so it looks, I think he's going to drop CT.
Yeah.
He's just looking to get past Quesarado, maybe try to unravel something out in mid, but now Quesarado's taken his attention, slowed him down, burned into the open, almost dealt
1
with.
HP.
It's enough to make a difference. And then pushing out through the edge of the tunnel smoke. Skulls at bat, down, low health goes both directions, and the B site cleared out again. Queserado's measly 1 point of health gets popped by Flit. The late play here from Catwalk. Flit has just been owning when it comes to both sides of the mid play, and Cello not given a chance to shine in this round until it's way too late. Virtus.pro's 12th secured with relative ease, as this B hit is so continuous time and time again. And of course this T side now, this is 7 rounds won by Virtus.pro out of the 8 rounds played.
I mean, this is also really disappointing for Furia because they actually get the first kill on A. They catch the lurk. They know it's a mid B. They make the adjustment over to B, and both players in the site get no kills. And an up-tempo walkout, knowing there hasn't been anyone close. They try to just goad them into playing a 3A setup.
Like that flashbang, you just chuck a flash from window. Electronic scoffs at it. There's no swing out yet. Queserado making sound, so Op's able to train in on him, and with the way Icy's playing, he is simply not missing. And all of a sudden that B site scared because it's feeling like yet another hit. In reality, it's going to be Catwalk to A. So finally a change up here for Virtus.pro. They've got Fallen out of position. That long control will not be worth much, and he just gets shredded by Flit in an instant. So VP showing that there are variations and that they can play them out late to just keep this T side as damn near flawless as possible. Furia have just simply been outplayed in the second half of Dust 2. And unfortunately for them, back on Anubis, should have been their map to win, could have pushed this series to a third. VP will not waste any time in showing us what they've got here in Bucharest. Map 2, all theirs, second half, clean as can be.